Then you have David Perlman, huge developer in the city, PRDC. Mike McCann, #1 agent in all Berkshire Hathaway home services across the country. And you have Alan Dom. If you don't know who Alan Dom is, you probably don't live in Philadelphia, so anywhere near here. But you might be flying in, so if you need, you can look him up.
Alan Dom owns half the skyscrapers in the city, is on city council, and is probably the biggest force turning the city around from the governmental field at the moment.
So we always look at, you guys watch like my videos and George's videos, we're always wondering where the market's going, right? We have to know that as investors. So these are the guys that are the ultimate pulse in what the market is doing. And if you put that together in one panel, which is, you know what's also neat about that night, George, is that you're going to have a panel, which is then going to offer up a breakout rooms for each individual, because a lot of people are going to have questions, they want to talk with these people. So each one of those guys will have their own fireside chat breakout room that they get to go to, and you can have those conversations, you know, if you're at the event with these powerful people. So anyways, that's the event coming up. I was shocked by no, I wasn't shocked. I was excited about the Facebook response to it. And it's pretty neat, and we've got to, you know, that list. If you don't get on it, you know what we're going to do, George? We're also, and you know this, is that we're going to have a lot of video content from it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, you know, if you're not in the event, we will definitely make sure that, you know, the video content is released, so you can hopefully get a lot of information from these people that'll be there. Yes.
Yeah. On a side note, like, we're probably never doing an event like this again. So if you want to sponsor, if you want to come, let us know in the comments. You know, shoot us an email or whatever, because there's a chance that this is a lot of work and it's a lot of money, and I'm just not sure that we're going to do one of these again. So if you want to be there, you know, let us know.
Let us know. What else you got, man? What do you got in your notes? What's that?
So I was going to talk about me losing 2 pounds and being excited about it, and then you went and were like, "Yeah, I haven't eaten since Sunday," and you kind of just stole my thunder. But dude, so today I think is day 11 of me being smoke-free again.
Yo.
Thank you.
Boom.
So I've been smoking cigars as if they were cigarettes. I've been having 10 or 15 cigars a day.
Wow.
Like the small ones, like Black and Milds or whatever, or like Al Capone's. And I haven't had an actual cigarette like a Marlboro Red or a Newport since 2014. But dude, I have been ripping cigars and just tearing them down left and right. And I quit. Right, I was like chewing gum, but I gained like 7 or 8 pounds like that week that I quit, because man, I was going to like Italian restaurants and eating bread and pizza and pasta. It was actually kind of great, but I was voraciously eating like unsatiably for like a week, and I gained a bunch of weight. Probably having 5,000 or 6,000 calories a day, and I'm not a bodybuilder, right? So, you know, I chilled out, and today I did just have some cheese fries recently. In a controlled setting, so
controlled environment,
cheese fries. But yeah, I'm down a couple pounds. I'm back under 160, which is nice. That's like my ideal.
What's your fighting weight?
Fighting weight is probably 152, like ish.
That's where you're real lean.
Yeah, I can see all my abs, not just like 4 or 6 of them. So like right now I'm like 159. Right?
Okay,
so
you're almost there.
Yeah, I'm doing a jiu-jitsu fight March 10th.
Oh yeah,
it's a white belt tournament.
Like Naga.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. My instructor, Angie Vogel, shout out to Angie Vogel, told me about it and was like, "Hey, I'm going to be coaching there. You should do this." And I was like, all right. I think I'm going to get my blue belt soon, so I want to do a tournament before I get my blue belt and just like, you know, see where I'm at, you know, check, you know, I want to fuck some kids up, you know what I'm saying?
But you've been doing it for how long?
2.5 years.
And you're entering as a white belt?
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm gonna trash some people. Yeah.
I've been in 2 tournaments. I won the one. It was a Naga as a white belt after like 8 months, and the other one.
You won it. Naga's way more competitive than the other.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. It was so Naga I took second, and it was a good fight. I took first, but I was like at that time it was like 6 or 8 months as a white belt. So if you've been a white belt for 2 to 3 years, you're really like a blue belt.
I should trash everybody.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
I only recently I've only been training like once, maybe twice a week though. Like. You know, I honestly, I've been spending a lot of time with my new girlfriend, right? Like at night. So instead of me like ruthlessly turning into like a Spartan warrior, I've been sitting around watching Batman and stuff like that.
Yeah,
which is
nothing wrong
actually
with that.
Fun. Yeah, but yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Sorry, ladies.
We just got a lot of unlikes.
Yeah, we just got a lot of downvotes
on that from the ladies.
We went from the 67 people watching this to 2. which I guess sees what our audience was. It was all women trying to get your boy George Beatty.
Yeah.
Look, when you got shoes like this, you know, hair like that, when you're a limousine riding, jet flying, greatest wholesaler in the world, George Beatty.
You gotta fend them off,
man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta elbow a couple broads on the way to work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
He just thinks of that. That comes up on the fly. He doesn't write that stuff down. He doesn't write that stuff down.
That wasn't scripted.
Oh man, what else, dude? I'm having a hard time thinking today just because I
haven't eaten in a while.
Yeah, haven't eaten.
Yeah, dude, I just nailed a couple shots of espresso. But you know what? Let me go through some of the notes I've been taking in my notebook.
All right.
This is just what I've been thinking about for work. Let's see. This is a giant to-do list. Getting some interns. Might be hiring soon. If you're interested in a job, shoot me an email at...
You want to work with George Beatty? Shoot me an email at...
No, don't shoot me an email. Leave a comment wherever you're watching this, and I might reach out.
Try to find it.
I don't know what it's going to be for yet. So I like to write down questions and like watch my head answer them while I'm writing them down or asking myself. So one of them that I always write down and think about is how can I get massive upside with very little or no risk? Or how do I get massive upside with no risk?
Yeah.
How can I make $100,000 with no risk and no time? How can I, and then my mind just starts answering stuff like that. Like, do you have any I guess performance questions that you ask yourself to stimulate yourself or to get a little juice out of something? What do you got?
Man, I've been struggling lately with that kind of. It's probably not the right time to ask me. I really just have been a little bit stale in business. I think I need my next. Like, dude, you're like me. It's like you need your next big thing. You need that thing to get after.
Do you need a thing to get after, or do you need to feel like precarious in some way? Because they're different, but they can also oftentimes get the same result.
I don't know. But I'm trying. But it's for personalities like mine or yours. It's not a good place to be. You think the healthy place to be is in the middle of the road. You know, hey, just balance in life.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man. I need to be fired up. Like that's where I'm thriving. That's the environment I thrive in. So I don't have that going on right now. So probably not the right question to ask me at the moment.
Well, let me ask you this: if you did some type of new venture, what do you think it would be?
Dude, if I had that answer, I'd be off the middle of the road right now.
I mean, if you did, like in an ideal world, like if you were looking back at this year and you were saying, like, hey, I had an amazing year, I got into this. Like, what would it be? It doesn't have to be business, but like, what would it be?
Dude, I don't know. When I have that, I go after it. Like that's what happens. If I had that answer, I'd love to have that answer right now. I don't. If I had that answer.
So you have a son, right, Xander? Right.
Yeah.
So if you were explaining to Xander's children 45 years from now what your life was like, and you were reflecting on your proudest moments and your moments of change and your moments of rocketing forward and your moments of providing and prosperity, like what would you love describing to your grandkids that you did?
That's cool. That's a cool question, George. What would I love describing? I think I'd love to tell them that I was a good husband and father. That would be good. A little boring, but good. But in terms of rocketing perspectives, I'd be very much about so the business, right? That's what I do. That's what we do. So I'd have to go into the pivotal moments in my life where when I was young in college, I learned how to cut my teeth in this college painting company. And I'd say do that young. In fact, college really doesn't matter. People think that college matters. Sorry if there's any professors watching this, it doesn't. But be prepared to work extra hard and be prepared to be extra savvy. And you have to want something really bad to make it happen. So I would say that was a pivotal moment at a young age, which allowed me to get 5 or 6 years ahead of most people in my career. And then it gave me the cutting edge to learn the markets for what we do in real estate. So I would say focus on your drive. That was what I would tell my grandkids. Like focus on your passion, your drive, because that's what gave me those pivotal moments. If you don't have that, I'm not sure what you're after in life. If you don't have a drive or something to look forward to, it's like
Well, what do you feel passionate about now in your life?
Not much. That's my problem right now. So I need to find it. I'll find it. I always find it. I find it every 6 months. That's what happens.
What are you grateful for if you're not passionate about it?
I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for the business I have. I'm grateful for this podcast. I'm grateful for your presence, George Beatty. But that's what I'd be grateful for. Those two things in that order.
Yeah, okay. So it sounds like you're getting to a point in your life where you're a little bit more interested in contributing to others or making the world sort of a better place.
That would probably
in
be
a way than just building a business. That's how it sounds. I mean, connecting some dots. Is
Yeah.
that accurate, you think?
Yeah, I always enjoy giving to people. I always enjoy helping people. Like, there's a lot of satisfaction out of doing that, but it has to be the right situation. You know, I don't like
Obviously.
I don't mind donating to charities. There's nothing wrong with it, but like, I'm not gonna just donate money to like Red Cross and say thank you. You know,
Yeah,
I'd like to be like intimately involved with
Right.
who I'm helping.
Have you thought about? So there's a few ways to do that. I'm thinking a lot about this type of thing too. So, for me, when I'm thinking about, maybe this will inspire you. I'm thinking about mentoring wholesalers again, or like opening myself up to the possibility. Last time I tried to do it, I ended up, basically just wasting a bunch of my time and not telling people what my expectations were or how the relationship was going to work out. I ended up getting a great person that works with us now from that, sort of indirectly after I wanted to stop doing it. But now I'm thinking about doing it again, where basically I take 60% of the deals that they do, they keep 40, and I provide let's say data, insight, consulting, some mentoring, looking at comp, sales training, maybe even like critiquing what they're sending out. So it's almost like a done for you.
Are you gonna do it in your local market too?
Yeah, no, just here. I mean, I'm thinking about it. I don't know if I'm not like 100% that I'm gonna do this yet, because it's like people hear those percentages and they get all pissed off. But what they don't see is like one of the guys that I've done that with made $200,000.
Dude, when I was fresh in the
year.
game, I would have said take 90% of the deal, take it all. I'm like, if you're gonna teach me how to do what you do, like, you're gonna do 0 deals without me,
right?
Or you're gonna give me dispel all this knowledge.
That's where this person was. They were doing next to 0 deals.
Yeah.
And now,
if you don't take that deal, honestly, if you don't take what you just said, and this isn't a sales pitch. I didn't even talk to George about this beforehand. But if you don't take that, like, you're not gonna make it.
Right. So I know that, but it's really just like a time expenditure for me. Like, do I want to start doing this? Like, do I want to like deal with mentoring newbies? But so that's what I'm chewing on. Like, what I'm saying is like, what's that for you? Is it teaching a few people how to raise private money? Is it making a course? Is it
I don't know if my giving back is business related.
Okay. Is it coaching softball or is it coaching?
No, it'd be more like putting together something. Like when I ran a marathon for a girl that was dying of cancer.
I'm just kidding. Jason's a good dude. Okay, so you want to get involved in doing something that's beneficial for you and beneficial to the greater good or the greater humanity.
Honestly, more just something that's not beneficial to me, something that's beneficial specifically to somebody else, and probably somebody in a severe situation, like
Big Brother, Big Sisters type thing.
How does that work?
I've never done it, but basically you call Big Brothers, Big Sisters, and they check you out and make sure that you're an outstanding member of the community. Then they stick you with like but they pair you with an underprivileged kid, and then you like mentor them, like through their life. You help them.
Oh, really?
Do better in school, do better in sport. Yeah, and then you just spend time with them and like be their big brother. But you can do it with like a 12-year-old, 15-year-old, like maybe even like a 19-year-old.
Are they in pretty bad shape?
I mean, yeah. I think that they have to show some type of promise or show some type of like, I don't think they're sticking you with like violent drug dealers or anything like that. They're sticking you with like A students that just happen to be from like a foster home or something like that.
Do they live with you, or do you just?
No, you just like hang out with them on Thursday nights. Like,
I got you. And you help guide them and help them.
Yeah, like a couple times a week. Buy them dinner, talk to them, mentor. You know what I mean? Like play basketball, like whatever it is. But like personally, I've been thinking a lot about trying to find something like that for me, because I really like the idea of doing that. But I'm a convicted felon, so like, that's it. The other side of it is like I have a vicious criminal record, so.
Which is silly, so silly. But
no, it's not. It's not silly, man. I mean, like 99% of the people that were in my situation are, maybe not 99, but a lot of them are not doing well now. Like I'm an anomaly in a lot of ways.
Yeah, you definitely are.
So,
you definitely are, but it's silly that you can't get back because like that limits you to. That's silly because you get a lot to offer to somebody.
Right. I can't get back in that way right now.
Right.
There are other ways in which I can get back. So, like for instance, like hiring people that I'd like to mentor, or like taking people on in the capacity I previously mentioned, or like working with interns. Like we're getting ready to get some interns in a couple months. Like, stuff like that. Whereas it doesn't necessarily, for me, Because like the other side of it is, Ian, personally, me, I really don't have a lot of patience for like a 16-year-old kid. Do you know any 16-year-olds?
See, I'm not patient either.
Yeah, they're all jerks. Not all of them, though. Some of them are jerks.